our time. I, Natalia Sopit, will tell you the main news at this hour. Hello. Over 1,500 attack drones, nearly 900 guided aerial bombs, and 46 missiles of various types have been launched by Russia against Ukraine this week. This was reported by the president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelenskyy. Hundreds of thousands of families remain without power in 7 regions. All services are working to restore electricity, heat, and water to the regions after Russian strikes on the energy infrastructure. Russia is dragging out the war and wants to cause as much harm as possible to our people, the president of Ukraine emphasized.
Ukraine needs peace on fair terms, and we are ready to work as constructively as possible. These days will be filled with diplomacy. It is very important that it brings results. I am counting on the support of our partners. Thank you to everyone who is helping. Volodymyr Zelenskyy, President of Ukraine, on Telegram.
Zaporizhzhia is under Russian shelling. 7 people are already known to be injured. Among them are a child and an employee of the State Emergency Service. According to Ivan Fedorov, head of the Regional Military Administration, the attack is ongoing. Russia is striking different districts of the city. Medical workers are providing assistance to the injured. Residents are being asked to stay in safe places. Last night, Russia again attacked the Odesa region with strike drones, according to the Regional Military Administration. Energy, transportation, and civilian infrastructure have been damaged. No reports of casualties have been received. All services are working at the same. Points of invincibility have been set up, and critical facilities have switched to generator power. After the previous attack, public electric transport is not running in Odesa. Buses have been put on the routes. In the Novgorod-Siversky district of Chernihiv region, the enemy struck a residential building. 2 people were injured, including a 14-year-old child. This was reported by the State Emergency Service of Ukraine. In the city of Semenivka, a gas station caught fire as a result of the attack. In the Koryukivka district, the Russians attacked an administrative building with drones. There were no casualties. Sumy was also under Russian attack. A multi-story residential building was damaged by a drone strike. The upper floors of the building suffered minor damage, according to the State Emergency Service of Ukraine. Rescue workers are on the scene. The blast wave shattered windows and also damaged civilian vehicles. According to preliminary information, there are no casualties. In total, 25 settlements in the Sumy region came under fire from Russian forces over the past day. As a result of the attack in the Seredino Buts community, an 80-year-old woman was killed, and 2 private houses in the area were also damaged, according to the regional police. In other communities of the region, apartment buildings, private homes, facilities, and businesses were damaged. Russia carried out a combined strike on Ukraine's critical infrastructure facilities. Drones, as well as air, sea, and land-launched missiles were used in the attack. The main direction of the strike was the Odesa region, according to the Ukrainian Air Force. Radio technical troops detected 495 aerial attack assets, 30 missiles, and 465 drones of various types. According to preliminary data, air defense shot down or suppressed 430 aerial targets, namely 417 drones, 4 Iskander-K cruise missiles, and 9 Caliber cruise missiles. In temporarily occupied Donetsk, people who default on their loans are being forced to go to the front lines. Those who have large debts are being forced to sign contracts with the occupying army. This was reported by the Center for National Resistance. Debtors are offered to have their loans closed in exchange for participating in the war, Russia's war against Ukraine. However, in reality, it turns into an ultimatum.
This model is convenient for the occupation administration for several reasons at once. It allows them to reduce social tension around debts without actually solving economic problems, while simultaneously replenishing the ranks of military units. Financial difficulties stop being a civil issue and turn into a tool of coercion. As a result, in occupied Donetsk, a system is being formed where a person is seen not as a citizen with rights, but as a debt resource. Refusing to pay or being unable to do so automatically opens the way to the front lines. From a report by the Center for National Resistance,
Putin will not stop. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz compared the Russian dictator to Adolf Hitler. Clash Report writes about this. Merz recalled the consequences of the 1938 Munich Agreement, when Nazi Germany received the Sudetenland from Czechoslovakia in exchange for a promise of peace. But just 6 months later, Germany broke the agreement, occupying all of Czechoslovakia and starting World War II. According to the German Chancellor, Putin's similar actions are leading to a growing threat to peace.
this is Russia's aggressive war against Ukraine and Europe. If Ukraine falls, Moscow will not stop. Just like in 1938, the Sudetenland was not enough. Putin will not stop. Friedrich Merz, Federal Chancellor of Germany, in a Peace for Clash report.
Right now is a decisive moment for the future of Ukraine and Europe. Europe will continue its support until a just peace is achieved. This was stated by UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen after discussing the US peace plan and frozen Russian assets. This was reported by the British government. In addition, the leaders noted positive momentum in the negotiations and expressed hope for further progress in the coming weeks. The Council of Europe and the Netherlands are bringing together leaders and high-ranking politicians for a diplomatic conference to establish an international commission for settling claims for Ukraine. The convention for its establishment will be adopted on December 16th in The Hague. It is expected that more than 10 countries and organizations will sign the document. Secretary General of the Council of Europe, Alain Berset, stated that the International Claims Commission will be the second independent international mechanism for compensation for Russia's aggression in Ukraine. Israel has reported the elimination in Gaza of a high-ranking commander of the terrorist group Hamas, Raed Sayed. Reuters reports this. He was one of the organizers of the attack on Israel on October 7, 2023. This killing is the most significant since the ceasefire agreement in Gaza came into effect in October this year. According to Israeli authorities, Sayed was targeted in response to a Hamas attack in which 2 Israeli soldiers were wounded. Meanwhile, Gaza reports that 5 people were killed and another 25 injured as a result of a car explosion.
Subscribe to The Gaze and stay updated on the most important events, top news from Ukraine and all over the world, in-depth analysis, exclusive reports and interviews, all on hand in our channel. Join our community of viewers and stay tuned.